Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Wednesday the 24th of September 2025. In today's Mill news we have even more post-match comments. The game was on Monday, it's Wednesday, you're kind of dragging it out a bit because tomorrow we're going to have to start talking about the game Saturday morning. But here we go. This is from, of course, southernnews.co.uk. Mill boss praises excellent Camille Neghli for this decisive goal in Watford win. Alex Neil said goalscorer Camille Neghli was excellent in Mill's 1-0 win over Watford on Monday. The winger scored a 10th minute free kick to give the Lions a lead, an advantage they protected for the remaining 80 minutes to secure their first league win at the Den this season. Neghli, 23, has 3 goals in 10 championship appearances since joining for a then club record fee in January, and has started every league game this campaign. Neil praised his performance after the game. There are probably a few questions about the keeper. I probably would be if it was my keeper, but at the end of the day, the ball's in the net and we'll take it. It's a good win for us. Good confidence booster for him. I thought he was excellent tonight, certainly the first 45 minutes, and he was playing great in spaces and in pockets, and Lenny played a lot higher, which allowed him to play inside a little space off that side. And I thought, Ballo was excellent as well, and some of the pockets he picked up. I thought some of his combination play was really good, and Josh linked the game great for us in the first half and allowed us to get up the pitch. And we were hoping to try and maybe get the second goal and make it a little bit easier for ourselves, but we didn't do that, so there you go. Now, moving on to this, again from the southernnews.co.uk, who publish tomorrow in paper format. Go pick up a copy on a Thursday, every Thursday. Academy Director Scott Fitzgerald on signing Freddie Freedman and how Mill spot potential under-21s trialists. Millwall Academy Director Scott Fitzgerald outlined why the club signed Freddie Freedman and how they identified potential under-21s. Freedman joined the club as a second-year scholar in August following a successful trial period where he played for both the under-18s and under-21s. The defender was on Everton's books last season, making 7 appearances in the under-18s Premier League. Fitzgerald explained to News at them why the club brought him in. We're always on the lookout for a player. It doesn't really matter where they are in the country, what age group they are. Contact came through a staff member to me, and I made contact, and we were finding out that he was going to be free from Everton. He was at Man United until he was 16, then Everton. So he's had a great pedigree, obviously from a London place also, which helps out with what we're trying to do. He came in, we looked at him, and we're very pleased with what we saw. He's an under-18, but he's been playing in the under-21s in the last 3 or 4 weeks due to the injuries, and he's done himself proud. The Lions benefited from several talented players joining their academy after a short trial period, including Reece Bangor, Williams and Rafiq Lamptey, and Fitzgerald explained on how the club identifies potential recruits. Firstly, it depends on what we've already got inside the building, and that will most probably be the first bit, but we're constantly contacted by agents, other clubs and contacts that we've got. Then it's about doing our due diligence on those players and finding out what they're like, not just on the pitch but off the pitch, and will they fit in with what we're trying to achieve in our environment. So if we get down to that, that's an invite in, and again that's down to the player. They have an opportunity to train with the under-21s, and if they do well enough, then they'll feature in the game. Cool. Now, talking of under-21s, we got some pictures from the game yesterday, which was held at Calmer Road, a 4-0 win over Colchester United, and let's just go through them. So I'll identify the players to you, so when you watch the game on Friday, you can see, who they are. So on the left is AJ Matthews, and then you've got Jack Howland on the right there, and there he is again, AJ Matthews. That's Beaumont. George Beaumont. That's Drake, Ben Drake. That's Matthews again. That's him. I think that was him scoring a goal. Obviously, Bangor Williams, Kendall there on the right. And there they are again. That's Matthews and Howland again. That's Frankie Baker there. AJ Matthews, Howland, Mansour there in the foreground. In the background, that is Freddie Freedman. And there he is again, that's Freedman. And again. That's Mansour. That's AJ Matthews. And there is Lovelace. There he is. Will he play on Friday or is he injured again? I don't know. I guess we have to wait to see. But you would expect him to play a part in the game on Friday. There's Frankie Baker. That is... I'm not sure who that is. I think that might be Whitby. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one because I think he's an under 18 player that's playing in the under 21s. So there you go. We're back around to the start. So there you go. And obviously, talking about under 21s, the Loanwatch. Here we go. Did you see at the weekend? Were you watching the scores come in? Did you see? Adam Mayer scored. Alfie Massey scored. A lovely jubbly, yes. So Mayer and Massey both hit the target on loan. And this is the Loanwatch feature from millwallfc.co.uk. Adam Mayer and Alfie Massey both enjoyed personal success in their loan spells over the last week. At Cambridge United, Mayer found the back of the net in the used 2-1 Sky Bet League 2 victory over Fleetwood Town, scoring the equalising goal after 65 minutes before Shane Lavery scored just 120 seconds later to turn the game on its head. Mayer also played 63 minutes of Neil Harris's side's 1-0 Carabao Cup third round defeat to Fulham on Tuesday night, so that was yesterday. Even though, so again, they've apparently got rid of the cup tie rules in the League Cup because Caleb Taylor was allowed to play for us despite playing for West Brom, and again with Adam Mayer, he played for us before in the Carabao Cup and he's able to play in this game, which I think was at Fulham, so big game for Cambridge, and they got out of it with a 1-0 defeat. So they did. Looks like they did themselves proud. In the Vanarama National League, hasn't it? Is it still the Vanarama National League? I believe it's called something else now. Or maybe I've got that wrong. I believe it's called something else. It's not the Vanarama anymore. But I stand to be corrected. I don't know for sure. Massey's goal 9 minutes from the end of Wilson's visit to Morecambe looked like it would complete an incredible comeback for the Stones as they came from 3-0 down to make it 3-3. But Morecambe broke hearts with a fourth goal late on to hand Wilson defeat. Yep. He scored the goal to make it 3-3. They were 3-0 down. They scored one goal at the end of the first half. They come out into the second half. They make it 3-3. Alfie Massey makes it 3-3. But then they end up conceding late to lose 4-3. And Alfie Massey's actually playing right now while this is being recorded. And the thing with Adam Mayer we're going to get onto in a minute. Shall we watch the goal? Let's watch the goal. This is from Cambridge United FC. How delightful. Now, going to do a little summary so far of what's gone on. Now, so this is Adam Mayer's game so far this season, pre-season, or this is last season. This is pre-season with us. He was on the bench for the Sheffield United game, played in the Coventry game, the Cup game. Went on loan on, was it on deadline day or just before? To Cambridge. The next game they didn't start him, they brought him off the bench. But the next game they started him and he scored a goal. The game after that they started him and he scored a goal. So he's 2 goals in 2 starts. Not bad, eh? Not bad. Now this is interesting. So last year when he was on loan at Bromley, he was playing left back. He's played left back for like a season. Left back, left wing back. He's playing higher up the pitch now with Cambridge, and he's got 2 goals in 2 games, which is not a surprise because when we signed him, he was playing for Morecambe in League 2. He was playing games for them, and he was playing left wing, and he was scoring a goal here and there. So not a surprise. He's proven himself at this level already. So, there you go. And he played in the cup game against Fulham, got 6.6 rating. Only played 63 minutes, as mentioned, but, not doing too badly there. And if we look at Alfie Massey, this is from SofaScore, obviously. If we look at Alfie Massey, so obviously don't have a rating yet. He's playing in this game now, again away at Tamworth, and it's 1-1. But Alfie Massey scored in the game that they lost. They've still got a rating of 6.8. There's no score for this. It's the National League Cup, which is like their version of the Football League Trophy. That game, all of those games are being streamed live on YouTube for free. And this game is on there, and he did come off the bench in about the 75th minute. So he did play in that game, but there's no rating there for that. But look at this, a lot of green. Green is good. Green is good. Again, he scored there as well. And, even games where they lost that one, he got 7.1. He lost this one, he got 7.2. Won this one, he got 6.9. So bizarrely, in the games that they win, he gets a lower rating. Well, I guess that's because probably the other players step up and score some goals or do something like get an assist or something. So in the games where they lose, it's about probably like fundamentals, like passing it and that. So obviously he's probably very good at that stuff. So there you go. Now moving on to the rest of the video, which we got 2 jobs being advertised by Millwall. 2 jobs. You got 2 jobs. This is from millfc.co.uk. It's the official Millwall website. It's the line seeking football operations executive. Isn't that Steve Gallen's job? Well, apparently not. So if we go down. So Millwall Football Club is hiring a football operations executive. The role holder will be expected to assist the football operations director in the day-to-day running of the club's football operations and administration department, ensuring full compliance with governing body regulations while delivering first-class operational support. That kind of sounds like what they used to call in the old days the club secretary. So obviously we are in a different age now. Closing date is Thursday the 23rd of October. So you got a month. To do this. And obviously, here are the details. It's 28k per annum. So however many annums you got, you get 28k per annum. At the training ground, mostly, but at the den. 35 hours a week, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Literally a 9 to 5 job. With occasional match day cover. So again, you're responsible to the football operations director, which I believe that is Steve Gallen. So you're basically Steve Gallen's assistant, but they called it an executive. I guess they're trying to give you a title because they can't give you more money. Although in this day and age, more money means you pay more tax, and then you actually get less money. It's probably better that your wages are lower and they're just under that threshold so you don't pay the higher rate of tax. But there you go. Under this failing Labour government. So, the role includes, but is not limited to, provide secretarial support to the Football Operation Director, liaising with governing bodies and stakeholders, including the EFL, the FA, the FIFA Clearinghouse, the PFA, PIGMOL and LFE. Support the Football Operations Director with player registrations and the preparation of contacts and transfer documents. To learn and become proficient in the use of governing body and stakeholder platforms, including IFAS Pro Club Platform, MOAS, FIFA TMS, FIFA Clearinghouse and FA Anti-Doping. joint responsibility for administrating the FA's anti-doping control programme, management of incoming and outgoing scout requests, management of player disciplinary notifications to players and production and maintenance of highly accurate disciplinary records, monitoring and management of the FA clearinghouse platform, production of the department's purchase orders and invoice requests, responsibility for uploading payment declarations to the governing bodies in relation to transfer and agency payments, support with pre- and post-match submissions in line with government body requirements, support with match day administration in the issuing of tickets and car parking, organise and document internal pre- and post-match meetings, management of the EFL staff registration system. So yeah, sounds like you're doing Steve Gallen's job for him. I think it's like you do bits and pieces of this. Like, you're obviously not doing all of this. You help do this stuff, I would imagine. Essential requirements: trustworthy with confidential and sensitive information. Do not be a leaker. You do not leak. Excellent written word and verbal communication skills, except you don't talk about, you can't communicate secrets. Proficient in Microsoft Office and confident with IT systems. Strong attention to detail. Clear and confident communicator. Ability to work on own initiative and manage pressure. Ability to develop within the role, learn new skills and deal with change. That's interesting. It sounds like whenever you see a job advert, not this like these ones, but in the real world. Well, I'm not saying that this isn't the real world. You often see like a line at the end, it's like no time wasters or some kind of line. We want someone who's going to be a team player. It's clearly that the person they fired or got rid of or walked out wasn't that, and they've literally just put that in saying, "Oh, we don't want that guy. We don't want anyone like that guy coming in back." So I don't know what's gone on here, if someone's left or what, but that seems like a little pointed little thing there. Deal with change. Things are changing, guys. You got to deal with the change. And I'm not talking about pounds and pence. So yeah, as mentioned, closing date is Thursday the 23rd of October. If you know anyone, I would imagine this isn't an entry level job. Maybe if you work in a job and you fucking hate it and you want to do something exciting with your life, get to hang around the players and stuff, whilst earning as much in a year as some of them do in a week. But it is what it is. Maybe they can get you free stuff, free kits and free boots and all that kind of stuff if they're friends with them. I don't know. But yeah, there you go. They've also got another job, not as prestige as this one, I should say. A bit more down in the dirt. Millwall Football Club hiring a kitchen porter. And this is a kitchen porter at the training ground, not at the ground. That's catering staff. That's run by Sodexo Go ! Or whatever they call themselves now. So Millwall Football Club is hiring a kitchen porter. The kitchen porter is responsible for the washing and cleaning of all kitchen and restaurant equipment, crockery and cutlery, as well as maintaining standards of cleanliness and hygiene, assisting with the smooth running of the kitchen, aiding the kitchen and front of house team by keeping on top of all pot washing, dish washing, etc., 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 and keeping the kitchen clean, tidy and safe at all times. And obviously there's a job description there, but you've got a week, just over a week for this, Friday the 3rd of October. So, again, here we go. 40 hours per week, 5 days a week. So that suggests, Monday to Friday? You would assume. You report to the executive performance chef and head chef, which I didn't know they had a head chef. It used to be, the steward with the hunchback, who's famously called Lurch. He was, or he is, I don't know if he still is, because his name's been taken off the Who's Who on the Millwall website. He was the head chef at the training ground. So, yes. I think because they couldn't find anyone else to do it. They advertised the job a couple of times. I I bring these job advertisements on the channel. It's something to talk about. And I don't think they found anyone. So they say, hey, you want to do it? And he was doing it. But they brought someone else in now, an executive chef, to basically plan all the menus and meals and stuff, I guess. And then the other chef, the chef that's actually there day by day, they just cook the shit that they're told to cook and get on with it. So the role includes, but is not limited to, washing dirty dishes. No shit, including cutlery, pots, cutting boards and pans, or loading dishes into the dishwasher. Report on stock levels of washing supplies to ensure no shortages. Clean the entire kitchen once it is closed to ensure it's ready for the next day. Sweeping and mopping of floors. Cleaning of all back of house areas where required or asked to by a head chef. Removing all kitchen waste, disposing of them properly. You've got to do all that fucking... You've got to do all that separation now, ain't you? Food waste needs to be separated and all that shit. And put in its own special bin. Blah-de, blah-de, blah. What a load of rubbish that is, eh? Ensure that when work is undertaken that the safety of others is taken into consideration. Again, that seems like a line that they've put because the last guy who did the job wasn't doing that. Ensure that when work is undertaken that the safety of others is taken into consideration. Essential requirements for the qualifications. Previous experience working as a kitchen porter. For washing dishes. I mean, really? 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 I mean, fucking hell, if you can't wash dishes, you might as well give up. You might as well go and jump off Beachy Head. Fucking hell. Ability to work fast in a high pressure environment. Experience working with a team. Good communication skills. What you mean team like a football team? Good communication skills. Approachable individual with a professional manner. Again, that feels like a line that they put in. Because the last guy wasn't that. The last guy was a probably chain-smoking, grouchy cunt. And they've approachable individual with a professional manner. Flexible working attitude. Good attention to detail. Self-motivated and adaptable. You're having a laugh here, isn't it? Food hygiene qualification. Desired. This is desired, so it's not essential. For washing dishes. For washing dishes. Notice they put all this stuff. They don't tell you how much they're going to be paying you. It just says competitive. Competitive. Safeguarding qualification, previous experience working in a football environment, ensure that complete confidentiality is always maintained. Again, this feels like a line that they put in because the last guy was going, you know what, Emaku had beans on toast for his thing today. You know, that kind of shit. Flexibility to help in other areas where needed and required. Must have a can-do positive attitude. So there you go. If you're interested in that, washing dishes, it doesn't even give hours, but I would assume, if it's just washing dishes and they don't want you to do any prep stuff, they didn't say that, it's just cleaning dishes. You don't really need to be there. So what you do, I guess you walk in later after the chef's cooked all the food, and there'll be a mountain of stuff for you to clean, and you got to get on with it. Be interesting to see, what kind of gear they got down there, what kind of machine they got. I would imagine it's probably fucking dog shit. I would imagine it's probably about 20 years old, I imagine. But yeah. Interesting. So yeah, if you know anyone who knows anyone who wants this to put in for this job, which I would guess would probably be 8 to 3 or something like that, Monday to Friday or similar, something like that. And it's in Calmont Road, which is near Ravensbourne. BR14BY. Get the train down to Ravensbourne, get out, do your work, and then see the players, and then head off home. You got a week to apply for that. And on that note, thank you for watching. Goodbye.